Welcome to the athlete's secret weapon. Before we get into this, understand something most athletes miss. Your performance isn't just physical and it's not just mental. It's all connected. The way you think, the way your body responds, the way you handle pressure, your breathing, your awareness, it all works together. When that connection is off, you feel it. But when it's aligned, everything slows down, everything feels clear, and you start playing at a different level. That's what we're training here. Your mind, your body, and your connection to something bigger than the moment in front of you. All right, quick question. You ever stand over a free throw, a penalty, a serve, and the second it matters, your vision narrows, everything goes quiet, and your mind gets loud? You know what I mean. Lights, tunnel, and then stun. If that's you, stay with me. This episode is about that exact moment. You're not choking because you're lazy or less talented. You're not failing because you didn't want it enough. There's a physiological switch that flips when pressure spikes, and your eyes are the trigger. Let me paint it. Last minute, score tight, the crowd feels miles away, but also too close. You take a breath, and it's shallow. Your gaze zooms to the ball or the spot only. Thoughts start firing. Don't miss, and your body tightens. That tightness changes every motor plan you practiced thousands of times. Sound familiar? Short pause. Yeah, I see that all the time. What athletes describe as choking is often this attentional tunnel. Vision narrows, the sympathetic nervous system ramps, and suddenly the brain interprets the moment as threat rather than opportunity. That shifts resources away from fluid movement to survival mode. So it's not a confidence failure, not primarily. Confidence matters, but the immediate issue is an attentional switch. Your visual system is a major input to your threat detection circuitry. If your gaze collapses to one tiny target, your body reads that reduced information as higher risk. Heart rate climbs, muscles stiffen, inner voice turns up. It's automatic. That matches what I felt as a player. In a clutch moment, I'd lock onto the rim or the puck, and my hands would feel foreign, like I couldn't trust them. I blamed myself for years until I learned to use my eyes on purpose. Okay, big idea. Your eyes can start the meltdown, but they can also be the switch that brings you back. Today we teach one tool, the peripheral reset. Simple, 45 to 60 seconds, and purpose-built so you can do it in warm-ups, halftime, timeouts, or after a mistake. It's not magic, it's practice. We'll explain why it works, then guide you through it live. Dr. Maya, why does widening vision change the nervous system so fast? When you soften your gaze and invite peripheral input, you increase sensory bandwidth. That sends a different message to the brain. The environment is safe and rich, not a single point threat. Physiologically, you see decreased amygdala reactivity, a drop in sympathetic arousal, and a quicker return to parasympathetic balance. Combine that with a slow diaphragmatic exhale and a tiny motor cue, and you create a reliable somatic anchor that shifts you from threat mode into perform mode. All right. Here's the reset in 3 clear steps. 1. Soften your gaze to include your periphery so you can SEE space around the target. 2. A slow, controlled exhale down into the diaphragm, longer than the inhale. 3. A tiny motor cue, thumb press against the palm, a subtle shoulder drop, or tapping your index finger, and a one-word anchor you choose in practice like ready or go. We'll guide you now. Marcus, you want to lead the athlete through a 60-second practice with us? Yeah, let's do it. If you're driving or mid-play, stop where it's safe. Otherwise, sit or stand like you'd be before a play. I'll call the steps and give pauses so you can follow. Ready? Step 1, relax your jaw and shoulders right now. Drop tension you didn't notice. Short pause. Good. Step 2, soften your gaze. Don't stare at one point. Let your peripheral vision come alive. Notice curtains of space on both sides. Medium pause. Step 3. Inhale gently through the nose for 2 counts and exhale slowly out the mouth for 4 counts. Feel your belly fall. Press your thumb lightly into your palm as you exhale and say quietly to yourself the word ready. Medium pause. Short pause, 1 more breath. Soften gaze, long exhale. Tiny motor cue, anchor word. Let your shoulders drop on the exhale. Feel how your field widens and your chest relaxes. That's the shift. Notice it. File that sensation in your body. You're building a physical memory, not a thinking fix. How did that feel? Even a single practice reset can dial down the inner critic enough to trust the movements you trained. But the key is repetition and progression. This needs reps like any skill. Start off field and make it a warm-up staple. Progress to using it during low-stakes moments in practice, a free throw, a serve, a putt, then increase stakes gradually. Record whether your heart rate or breathing settles faster after using it. Make the anchor words short and neutral. Avoid words that create extra pressure. In my team, we used it during timeouts and after mistakes. The player would do the reset, nod once, and we moved on. It stopped the rumination loop. Coaches noticed fewer repeats of the same error because the player reset attention before the next rep. Use it in these windows: pre-play, right before action, timeout to reset the whole bench, and immediately after an error. Don't sit in the mistake. Reset and refocus. Don't do it mid-motion until you've trained it. A bad timing can feel distracting. Build the habit with 50 to 100 reps in practice across 2 weeks and track progress. One more science note. This is not replacement for technical reps. Think of the peripheral reset as an attention management tool that enables your practice skills to run on autopilot under pressure. It's the difference between competence and consistency. Imagine the future. You step up and your body reads the moment as just another play, not a life or death test. Your vision stays wide, your inner voice quiets, and your technique expresses itself. Coaches trust you. Teammates rely on you. You stop being defined by the one mistake and become the athlete who shows up when it matters. And the contrast, keep doing nothing and you keep getting the same collapse under pressure. The gap widens. That's the painful truth. But the reset gives you a direct way to close it. Ownership time. This won't happen if you only listen. Nobody can build this for you. It's trainable, but only if you commit to reps, honest tracking, and coach feedback. Make it part of warm-ups, link it to a motor habit, and measure how quickly you calm after the reset. Okay, challenge time. Try the peripheral reset in your next practice. Film a 15-second clip of you doing the reset before a rep or right after a mistake. Post it with the tag #peripheral_reset and tag @athletesecretweapon so we can see your progress. If you're a coach, post a drill that pairs the reset with a technical rep. If this podcast hit for you, don't just listen and move on. Own it. Your mind, your body, your habits, your awareness, they're all connected and they're all your responsibility. When you take ownership of that connection, things change. You become the elite athlete you are. Let's get to work.